The second annual Governor General's Boys Retreat kicks off next week, welcoming 200 youngsters to a program of mentorship, leadership, and guidance. We'll share the details. Plus, a new group of autism specialists graduate, helping to bring more hope and understanding to the disorder. That's straight ahead. Also, from Miss Fletcher with Love, a Valentine's Day concert you don't want to miss. Barris Hammond and Taurus O'Reilly back in Nassau. Stay close for that. And in sports, the GSSSA championships take home their trophies. We've got the winners all there.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this Entertainment Friday. I'm Royston Jones, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Now, with Marlena at the ZNS Conclave 2026 today, I'm flying solo. But before we get started, let me just say this. I like to earn my wins properly. So the rock, paper, scissors streak that remains very much alive. There's going to be no forfeits on my side, and we can cut that right there. Meanwhile, the world remains tuned into the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina, where athletes are proving that preparation and patience pay off on the biggest stage. While we look forward to seeing more Bahamian athletes at the Winter Olympics, we have to give a shout out to Karath Wright, who carried our flag into snowboarding arenas around the world. In fact, he made a push for qualification for the 2010 Winter Olympics, and while unsuccessful at the time, he represented the Bahamas proudly on the international stage. For now, let's dive right into the news. At a time when sturdy mentorship and leadership of our young men is crucial in our country, the second annual Governor General's Boys Retreat is gearing up to host a new cohort next week. Organizers of the Boys Retreat and Secretary to the Governor General, Jack Thompson, says the retreat serves as a national investment, helping to build resilience, strengthen character, and cultivate leadership skills and emotional intelligence in our young men.
So we're really excited about this year's conference. We're excited because we think the takeaway is going to be so great, and we are already anticipating a change among our young men.
And just in its second year, organizers say they've already seen an uptick in the number of young men entering the program. The program runs February 19th and 20th at the Miles E. Monroe Diplomatic Center. The youngsters will be mentored by members of the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces, as well as leaders of several civic groups, NGOs, and government arms. And they all agree that the need for intervention for Bahamian young men has never been greater.
We experience a whole lot of gang activity. We've seen an uptick in that straight across the board. So in being a part of this committee, what I am personally hoping for is that these young men would actually latch on to the committee members that we have here, the NGOs that are represented across the board here, and actually have some type of relationship.
So I am just so happy for the team that we have here, who have a lot of wealth of experience, who will be able to pour into these young men. My biggest anticipation right now is the spiritual enrichment session, because I know we want these kids to be guided by God's principles, and just about everybody around this table, they have that.
Important work there. Meanwhile, the country is making stronger efforts to understand and meet the needs of those with developmental differences like autism. Some may say it's not enough, but the organization is doing their part to make a dent. Our Daniel Dean has the story tonight.
The demand heavy, but the laborers few. The University of the West Indies graduating a cohort of special educators Friday to help change this reality.
Through research, collaboration, and careful planning, we developed this program to serve parents, teachers, caregivers, and all those who wish to better understand autism spectrum disorders. Today we celebrate the first cohort, the pilot group, the guinea pigs.
The 6 new certified autism specialists say they're ready to bring hope, healing, and understanding to an issue that's long been misunderstood. President of the Council for Preschool Teachers, Agatha Archer, says today's graduation ceremony and the passing out of these professionals fill a void that's been neglected for far too long. The sad reality, she admits, is there are still unqualified and unequipped educators in special education classes that are not contributing to the growth of the children.
We have complaints where some schools take in, quote unquote, special needs children from autistic, wherever, up the spectrum, and do not have trained personnel to take care of those children. We have had a case where a mother came to the school and met the child tied to a chair with a rope.
Developmental coach Carlton Pinder delivering the keynote address today and says as a child, he also experienced bouts of anxiety and displayed abnormal behaviors, occurrences that weren't properly addressed or assessed.
I was the boy walking with half a collar. My teacher thought it was a misbehavior. Other students thought it was strange. But what no one understood at the time was this: I was self-soothing.
Pinder says many autistic children and adults live life afraid, not because they lack the ability to exist as they are, but because the world tells them they're too much or not enough. But with a new group of trained specialists ready to work, they're hoping the narrative changes. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
Programs like this are poised to help so many. Thanks so much, Danielle. Now, for timeless reggae love songs that have divided romantic moments for generations, Beres Hammond and Terrace Riley are sharing the stage this weekend at the Miss Fletcher with Love concert, a celebration of love and heartfelt tribute to the life and memory of Miss Fletcher, mother of the concert's promoter who passed away a year ago. Beres, who's no stranger to performing in the Bahamas, says every visit here is memorable and something he cherishes.
I always anticipate coming here. You know, whenever you call me, I always look forward to coming because there's some really warm people about all the while. And I want to say thanks to them in advance for the show and them things for considering coming back again to see us. Awesome. Thank you all, man. I love you.
For Terrace Riley, the Bahamas holds a special place in his heart as well. Riley says the Bahamas feels like his second home, noting that his songs are drawn from his own experiences and the people around him, written for everyone to feel.
But I don't tell stories that are not real. So a lot of it is my experience, and then a lot of it is experience that I see people go through. So they're all real. It's not fiction business, and it's real. It's not, all of them is not my reality. But there, you know, a lot of these songs, things I see in the community, things I hear my friends go through, things I see people go through, things from the past, things, you know, I want to see. So it's a lot of reality. Yeah, man, all of it's reality. It's just not, everything is not just cut for me. Because it's not selfish music, you know. It's for everybody.
Now, gates open tomorrow at 7 p.m. and the Miss Fletcher with Love Valentine's concert promises to be a night to remember. Still to come, in Entertainment Friday, Shine 242 and Mama D are in the building. We'll find out what these two have been up to. And later in the show, they perform their hit song, Side Ting. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean has your Access weather forecast. So, stay close.
Bang, ding. Ding bang ding, ding ding bang, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding bang, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding bang.
You fall back in love with shopping when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Devon corned beef, 12 ounces, $2.29. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounces, $3.69. Mahatma long grain or parboiled rice, 5 pounds, $4.89. Sweet mangoes, $1.79 each. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. Case price, $45.99. If you love to save while you shop, you need to stop and shop at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
It's time for your Access weather forecast, and we have a front boundary pushing through the northwest Bahamas. Will make its way into the central and southeastern Bahamas later on tonight, and that will usher in a nice little cool down. And then there's a second frontal system we're expecting here on Monday. That one is anticipated to be a little stronger, so we'll see some cooler temperatures next week as well. Your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, light and variable winds, flat seas, low tide takes place at 11:01 tonight. And then for the central and southeastern islands, we'll have a northeast flow at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And on Saturday, in the northwestern parts of our country, the winds become easterly, picking up in speeds, 12 to 18 knots. So it's going to be a bit breezy tomorrow. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. High tide takes place at 5:32 in the morning. The low tide at 12:02 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Saturday, northeast to east winds 15 to 20 knots. Wave heights 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. So we're asking small craft to exercise caution throughout the 700 islands tomorrow. And then as we go into Sunday in the northwestern parts of our country, those winds continue to increase. Southeast at 15 to 20 knots. Wave heights building 4 to 7 feet, maintaining that caution flag. High tide 6:14 in the morning. Low tide at 12:42 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, northeast to east 15 to 25 knots. Very rough seas, 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, and hence we're asking small craft to exercise extreme caution on Sunday in the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Lord, I stay with my family up the road there in Town, and everywhere I went, all the people were talking about the battle of the band. Oh, on the fire engine, run, tell them come quick. I could feel my temperature rising, never wait, make a sweep like this. Lord, all over my body, from my head straight down to my feet. Ancient beat this fine corn, the good drum, and that's all, Lord.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston.
We're prepared for the cooler weather, as always. Thanks so much, Basil. It's now time for Entertainment Friday, and we have guests who's no stranger to Access Now, Shine 242, and singer-songwriter and saxophonist, Mama D. Yeah. Welcome to Access Now. It's good to have you both. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Mama D, I want you to start by telling us who is the artist and talk about your musical journey and some of your background, please.
Okay, my name is Mama D, D'Andrea. I was doing music for about 8 years with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band.
Oh, wow.
I played the saxophone in the band, as well as I sang with the pop band, well, dance band we call it. Yeah. From there, I was discovered by Mr. Les Turnquest and Ray and Bristol, Keep the Vibe Alive music group, and the rest is now history. So I've been an artist for about 4 years, and in the musical field for about 8.
Wow. Well, how would you describe your music for a first-time listener?
Well, it's raw, Reagan's grave, relatable to every Bahamian.
Absolutely love that. Of course, you're no stranger. As I said, we talked about your musical background and history and what you've been doing in Christmas. How have things been since we last saw you?
Man, listen, 2026 is going to be great. You know, this is a season now for a lot of artists to release music for the up-and-coming regatta season. So,
yes.
It's been, you know, a lot of artists been putting in work. You know, Mama D been putting in work. I've been putting in work. You know, shout out to Keep the Vibe Alive, actually, for, you know, keeping the vibe alive.
Keeping this vibe alive.
Yeah.
And you have this new collaboration with the Side Ting. Talk to us about that, please. What's that about? Is it as it suggests with the name?
It's relatable for Bahamians.
Yeah, so Side Ting came about, you know, we always wanted to do a collab together, and I had asked her, like, you know, what topics we could talk about, you know. You know, Bahamians like controversy, so
oh, yeah.
I just, you know, put pen to paper, and yeah, I came up with Side Ting.
Yes, he's the writer for Side Ting.
The writer for Side Ting.
Yes.
Of course, that's what you're going to be performing later on in the show
Most
tonight,
definitely.
which we're very much looking forward to.
Yeah.
But I also want to ask you, there's been a lot of conversation about representation of musicians and artists in the Bahamas. And as part of that conversation, I know you have a role in that, but I want to ask you, what do you think about that movement in terms of better representation for artists in the Bahamas?
Yeah, we do have the unions here that represent the artists here in the Bahamas. But, you know, of course, I always like to push policy. We absolutely need policies to protect the entertainers and the musicians of the Bahamas. A lot of things have changed in the world, and we still kind of behind.
Yes.
So we need to bring things up to date so now we could be more protected as creatives and artists here in and then the whole orange economy at wide.
Absolutely. I think that's so very important. I'm glad that work is continuing. Even though it might be in earnest, it's still happening in baby steps.
Yeah, yes,
Trying to get on that international level.
Yes.
Right. What would be your advice? You've been in the music industry now 4 years, but have a long history in music. What would be your advice to new musicians in terms of getting the most out of the industry and maybe protecting their works as well?
Listen to people who were there before you. Also do your own research, keep at it, and just keep going. Don't stop. Even though someone might tell you something negative, they might just be hating. You know, I have a song about that too. But nonetheless, just keep going. Stay focused, stay steadfast.
You heard it here first, be persistent.
Be persistent.
Before your performance, which is coming up later on, I want to ask you if you had one song to play, considering tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So one love song to play, either locally or internationally, what would it be for you, Mama D?
It would be Sweet Jam by Mama D. Wow. My new release.
Love that.
Yes.
What about you, Shine?
That's a long list, but if one song, One Love.
One Love.
One Love.
Classic.
One Love.
Classic.
Bob Marley.
Classic. You can't beat that.
No.
I think for me it's going to be Turn Off the Lights by Teddy P.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classico. Right?
You're getting straight to it.
Straight to the point. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we're going to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to new music and new collaborations, but wishing you all the best in 2026.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's time now to turn things over to ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Champions crowned in GSSSA basketball action. Details of that story and more up ahead in sports.
We're BAF Financial.
We're BAF General and Health Insurance.
Welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands.
Come on in to Cash and Go. Need technical support? We are BFG Services.
BAF Global. Global reach, local care.
What's the difference? Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Doing up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tech and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Good evening and welcome to sports on this Feel Good Friday. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, Game 2s of the GSSSA Basketball Championship getting underway yesterday from the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium for all 4 divisions. For the junior girls, the H1 Lions look to tie things up in this series, being down 1-0 against the D.W. Davis Royals. D.W. Davis would go on an 11-7 lead to start the third and continue in the driver's seat, 19-12. In the fourth, it would be the Lions continuing their fight, but in the end, the Royals would go to the throne and take the Junior Girls Championship 39-20. For the junior boys, another battle between the D.W. Davis Royals and the H.O. Nash Lions. As for the Royals, they would make it 33-23 to end the first half. And this one, no doubt, for the Royals, as they would now become the winningest team in the GSSSA to take home championship number 9 by a final score of 60-37.
Well, it's been a long run over the years. God has been good. I know one day, eventually, this wave will subside, but as long as the buzzer is going, we're going to ride it.
For the senior girls defending champs, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers against the R.M. Bailey Pacers. The champs would cruise to an easy 22-6 lead at the end of the first half. And in the game-high 17-point game from MVP Brianna Farrington, the champs would take this trophy back to Marathon by a final score of 41-30. And in the final matchup of the night, it would be GSSSA runner-ups, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers going against the R.M. Bailey Pacers. The Pacers going toe-to-toe with the Rattlers 14-13 at the end of the first and 33-32 at the end of the half. R.M. Bailey continuing to keep the pressure as things would get heated, resulting in a suspension of members of both teams, including head coach Kevin Johnson. C.I. Gibson obviously feeling the loss of their coach, resulting in R.M. Bailey pacing to tie this championship series 63-63. to 59.
I felt like the officiating was kind of off-sided. That's my opinion. Nothing personal. I feel like the gentleman was riding my player, pushing him, and all I told the referee is call the foul. But at the end of the day, she threw me out because I was voicing my opinion. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just saying call the foul. But at the end of the day, you know, basketball is basketball.
The final and decisive Game 3 continues at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, and we'll have details in tomorrow's Sportscast. Still in hoops action as the country gears up for the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament set to tip off next week. Our Charles Fisher has more details in this report.
The organizing committee of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament going through their final walkthrough this morning to make sure the AFR League gym is in tip-top condition when they tip things off Monday right here with 24 teams. All games, including the playoffs, will be played at the AFR League gym with the championship Monday at the Kendall Isaacs. Here's a look at the pools. Pool 1, St. George's Jaguars, Charles W. Sanders, Greenville, Isbeth, C.I. Walker, and Jordan Prince William. Pool 2, C.I. Gibson, Tabernacle, Telios, Blazer Ely, Patrick J. Bethel, and C.B. Bethel. In Pool 3, St. John's, Agape, Gateway, Anatole, 8 Mile Rock, and C.C. Swinning. And rounding out Pool 4, R.M. Billy, Sunland, Queen's College, Westminster, Jack Hayward, and Government High.
While Hugh Campbell have its own rules and regulations, we want to adhere to our governing bodies. And of course, we still enforce some of those rules to avoid any kind of controversies. And of course, we want the coaches to adhere to our rules by sticking to the age limit and also the eligibility of the students must be in school by the 30th of September of that particular year they're playing.
For the Hugh Campbell tournament, we are under the GSSSA Association. We do have some rules that are a bit different from them, but we do follow all of the rules, and whatever sanctions are given by the GSSSA, we uphold them in the Hugh Campbell tournament.
That's Chairman Paul Adley and Principal Carmen Richards Miller on the rules. Miller also encouraging all to come out and support.
So if you're a community leader, if you're a constituency leader, you can bring your youths, just put them on the bus. We have midterm break is from Wednesday to the following Monday. And so that the students have something to do that's constructive, then you bring a bus full of students from your constituency, from your churches, and you can bring them to the gymnasium. There's clean fun here. They will be properly supervised. And so that is a great opportunity for students to see what other kids are doing in the country. And hopefully, if you're a junior person or a small child, you may aspire to one day play in the Hugh Campbell tournament.
Once again, tip-off Monday, AFR League Gym, the 42nd Hugh Campbell Basketball Tournament. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's been your Feel Good Friday Sports. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Cat Island, we've helped 17 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $360,000 in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Cat Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: agriculture, fuel, and fishing. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy. Starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
You're looking at the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, that drone shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. As always, thanks so much, Kyson. Time now for Family Island News. Let's go. Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, through its Romance and Celebrations Department, celebrated the return of Romance Week, which wraps up on Sunday, February 15th. Earlier this week, tourism officials announced the Bahamas Love Garden, a photo activation designed for couples to capture and experience love in full bloom at the Freeport Harbor Cruise Port. Visitors are invited to explore the Bahamas Love Garden, a photo and QR code activation that offers participants a chance to enter a romantic getaway giveaway, including a 4-day, 3-day night stay at Viva Fortuna. It's time now for your Entertainment Friday. Take it away, Shine 242 and Mama.
Babe, it only grew, but now you and she, you're acting brand new. She can really do you like I do. You come from one to side things. She can never do you like I do. I still could call you my thing.
He can really do it like I do. I gone from one to side thing. He can really do it like I do. I still could call you my thing. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Here we go.
You never thought I'd leave, I never thought that we'd be through. And we're together, it still feels like I cannot replace you. You never thought I'd leave, I never thought that we'd be through. And we're together, I can't believe that I don't even hate you. Whoa.
I gone from one to side thing.
Ooh.
I still could call you my thing.
She can never do you like I do.
Hey. I gone from one to side thing.
She can never do you like I do.
I still could call you my thing. He can really do it like I do. Hey. I gone from one to side thing. He can really do it like I do.
Oh yeah.
I still could call you my thing.
Whoa.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bahamas.
Happy Valentine's Day, Bahamas.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Such an awesome performance. Thank you so much for joining us on stage. Absolutely amazing. Gone from one to side thing. I know plenty of people tomorrow are going to have to be buying 2 sets of gifts. Your pocket's going to be real light. But that's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. We'll see you on the other side of the weekend, and have a very safe and blessed weekend. Take care for now.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paiswell Forbes. This is ZNS.